How's it going, YouTube? So I thought I'd make like a mini series on turboed 420As and basically how to run them. This video specifically, I'm just going to go over my setup, so it might help out others who are looking to turbo theirs. So I'll just jump into it. So basically I'm running a Super 16G Han Stage 2 turbo kit on this car. This is the turbo right here. I don't know the exact inlet size of the trim size right there, but it did come with the downpipe that I fabricated right on the bottom there on a 2.5-inch exhaust. It did come with the intercooler. Nice big front mount. Keep that nice and cool. Stock internal wastegate set to 8 psi with the spring. I will have to pick up a boost controller if I want to go any more than 8 psi right now. Stock ECU, no mega squirt yet. Wally 255 fuel pump. Bell Engineering, I'm sorry. Fuel pressure regulator. It's adjustable, so you can adjust the rate at which it increases from a ratio from 5:1 all the way up to 12:1, I believe, with this brass needle right here. And then the center screw right here, you can adjust the base fuel pressure at idle. So right now it's set at 45 psi with stock injectors. I do have bigger injectors coming in the mail, 440cc. Can't go much bigger than that on a stock ECU because ECU has a hard time running any bigger than that. No missing link or voltage clamp. I was running a missing link for around a week, but it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, so I removed it. There is still a few hiccups every now and then if I'm going around like 1 psi with a lot of load, especially on the interstate, but if I'm easy with it, it'll run pretty well. Ready RS BOV, not much to talk about that. I got the line just going right to the back here. I did do an Evap Delete, so I just replaced the line that was going to there with a little rubber piece, and I just zip tied it on there to avoid vacuum leaks. Did the same thing on the throttle body. I still have the hose right here, but I'm just too lazy to take it off for right now. I as well did a EGR delete, which I highly recommend doing. So this is where the EGR was, and I just removed that, replaced it with a metal plate, silicone that baby up, and then just bolted it on. And I did the exact same thing with a smaller plate on the intake manifold right here. You can kind of see the silicone there, but can't really get behind there. MSD ignition. Spark plugs are gapped to around 28,000 7-inch. You really want to keep that spark plug gap really tight. If you get big ones, you'll get some spark blowout, which is not very fun if you're driving on the highway. Stock ECU, like I said. Let's see. Log style manifold. I guess now I can hop in the car and show you guys. Oh, before I get in the car, I do have a wideband, which I installed the bung right there. It's kind of near the narrowband sensor. That's the narrowband, and let's see if I can find it. That's the wideband right there. So I got that line running all the way, and it kind of runs back alongside the battery there. And that goes to the inside of the car. Mechanical boost gauge. It's teed off right there in the back of the manifold. And then I have a fuel pressure sending unit right here from Autometer, and that goes to a gauge inside the car as well. So I'll show you guys the inside of the car here. Alright, so these are the gauges that I'm running right now. Here's boost. That's a mechanical wideband. Highly recommend getting one of those. And then fuel pressure. These 3 gauges right here are a necessity if you want to do any tuning at all. Otherwise you risk not knowing what's going on with your engine. I'll just start it up here. just let that wideband warm up, and I can show you the air-fuel ratio in a second. I am running JE pistons right now. I believe it's 8.5 to 1 compression ratio with even connecting rods. It's all forged. That's the only thing that I have built in this motor right now. The head was polished a little bit, but no work was done on it. I of course cleaned it out from all the gunk and whatnot, but she's pretty much stock. 8 psi boost, of course. It does sound like it has some cam job or something done on it. I'm not sure if that's a lifter issue. You can see my gauge right here running around 45 psi. That's just what I use to tune it with. No leaks whatsoever. We can see if the wideband's warmed up now. It idles pretty well. So I don't know if you can see that. It is saying 14.5 to 14.7 or so. It's sitting around there. Right around 19 to 20 inches of vacuum. And then we got 45 psi of fuel pressure. And these gauges will definitely tell you anything that's going wrong with your car, especially the boost gauge. If you have anything lower than, I would say, 17 inches mercury, I guess they call it, you do have a vacuum leak or some sort of timing problem. So you definitely want it around 20. And then, like I said, 45 fuel pressure at idle. And I do have a check engine light, only because I removed my EGR valve, so it's just throwing a code. And it does idle pretty well. I just started it still, so it isn't warmed up completely, but I guess I can show you the exhaust. She does run pretty well. So I guess that'll do it for this video, guys. I do have some injectors coming in. I'm going to do a video of me installing those and see how it runs with that. And until next time, catch you guys later.